Viewers, hello there, and welcome to this video. This is your host, Ricky Klein, the Cassette Master. In this particular presentation, we'll be showing to you a very special cassette tape recorder. The unit shown will be none other than the Uher model CR240 stereophonic portable cassette tape recorder with Dolby B noise reduction. Mind the gap. Here, displayed, is a very special cassette tape recorder in a genuine leather case, not a simulated leather case. The Uher CR240 stereo cassette recorder. Now, what you may notice is an interesting thing about this machine, and that is when you look at the cassette area. At first you might not think too much of it. It's a window, but you notice on the leather case, you don't see any areas on the case to allow an ejector door to open. You'd think, what, you have to take the machine out of the case in order to eject tape? Well, think again. Let's take off this top leather cover. Notice here that the unit is actually front loading. Just like a car stereo system. Oh, that is a car cassette player. As you can see, the cassette tape loads front. Cassette into the well, and then press down and lock it into place. This is a very nice machine. Let's give an overview of the control. Here is the front of the unit. And you can see a variety of different controls. Of course, you have off and volume. The interesting thing with this unit is, unlike a lot of portable cassette recorders that are activated by pressing the play button, this unit is powered on with an actual on-off, which means if you're done using it, you want to remember to turn it off if you're running the unit off on batteries so that you don't wear them out. This unit does use 6 C-sized cells. Boom. Here's a battery button, so you can check the level of the battery. If it's in the red on the meter, the battery is good. There's a light which will illuminate under where the tape is, so you can actually see where you're at on the cassette and illuminate the tape counter. It used to illuminate the original VU meters. The original VU meters looked like this one right here. The problem is the original needles had broken off, and the little part on the top there on the movement itself had come loose. So the meters were irreparable because electrical contact had to go from this little loose part to the extremely tiny coil windings. Both meters were kaput when I got this machine, so I had to replace them with some Uher 4000 Report L or something like that meters I found on eBay. And the downside is one of the meters is slightly different than the other. Went to a very slightly different model. One of the meters originally had a black faceplate. The other meter had a silver faceplate. I had bought two with black faceplates, identical. One of them was defective, was open circuit. Then I had to replace it with another one, and I bought one that had a metal faceplate like this, but the spring constant of its spring is a lot less strong than this one, so it goes down a little bit slower, but I can still use it to set the level. And then I actually was able to take the old faceplate off the meter. It's not so easy, but these faceplates are removable, and was able to swap them. And I like the look of the black faceplate with the little bit with the red needle, the red overdriving area, and then the white, because that kind of goes along with the sporadic white text, red on the record button, red on this tape type selector, and it just kind of gives it a nice overall view. I know my audio is weak for some reason using this lapel mic or this lavalier mic. It's not getting a strong sound on the camera. I apologize for the quietness of this video. And so then there's an internal speaker on and off. If you plug in headphones, it does not turn off the built-in speaker. Also, if you plug in headphones and you have the internal speaker energized, it will play in mono through the headphones and the speaker. When you have the internal speaker turned off, it will play in stereo through the headphones. Then you have an internal mic button. So you can use the built-in mic to make recordings. When you use a built-in mic, it will record on both channels in mono. And of course, when you turn it off, it will use two separate mic inputs, which are both shared by this same DIN connector to make stereo microphone recordings, or if you use line level through the radio DIN connector on the side. Then of course ALC, you got automatic level control, and then Dolby B noise reduction, and a record button. Then you have the tape transport control. So in this up position is stop. The down position, when it's down like that, you can go to play or pause, or which is basically stop without going up to stop it. You can do it like that to stop too. To record, if you have the switch at the top and you push record, it's going to come right back out. But if you put it into that middle position there, push record, it will stay in place. Then you can switch it over, and for now I'm making a recording with the built-in mic. Hello, hello, hello. ALC is not really most best with sensitivity. Hello, 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 hello. I'm using manual level control right now. You can see the meters aren't perfectly synchronized because of the different spring constants, unfortunately. Because this spring is a lot easier to move than that spring. So this one is slows down slower, or goes down slower. Hello, hello. Now, automatic level control is enabled. It's more sensitive now. It should be making a better recording. Let's see how that came out. That was the built-in mic. Rewind. Of course, we got a tape counter. Notice on the yellow LED when I go to play. Green LED. Earlier when I was recording, the red LED was on. Because of the different spring constants, unfortunately, because this spring is a lot easier to move than that spring. So this one is slows down slower, or goes down slower. Hello, hello. Now, automatic level control is enabled. It's more sensitive now. It should be making a better recording. Let's see how that came out. I don't know if the battery's low on my lapel mic or what's going on, but it is not as sensitive as it seems that it used to have been in the past. It's really bothersome. Which is making this video crappy as crap. Ferrite, ferrochrome, and chrome, or type 1, type 2, and, type 1, type 3, type 2. Yeah, he did it in that order. Okay. And the tape counter is a little finicky, not the most reliable on this thing, but it does work. So, anyway, my DIN jack resources are limited at this time here in Massachusetts. In Arkansas, I have a nice DIN adapter that goes to 4 RCA plugs. Since that's in Arkansas, there's little I'm going to be doing with the radio jack because I don't want to deal with monophonic left channel on the radio jack. But the good news is two things. A, we have a regular 1/4 inch headphone jack, which I can use as an output basically. And B, I made an adapter out of a MIDI cable, which is a 5-pin DIN connector, and a couple of 1/4 inch mono plugs like this. Combine them together, and I made a stereo microphone to DIN adapter for this recorder. And doing that, I can either use 2 separate mics, or I can use one stereo mic to make, which is just 2 mics in one package, some nice stereophonic recordings. I can pause the unit. My gosh. Put it into record. And I can, turn off the internal mic, use buddy leash, use a manual level control. Testing 1, 2, 3. Hello, my goodness. Testing 1, 2, 3. Hello, my gosh. Why is things so different every time? Testing 1, 2, 3, huh? I'm making a recording again using the external Sony mic and making a good quality. Well, anyway, at least it tends to overdrive. Let me turn the level down. Testing 1, 2, 3. Turn the level down some. Now notice when I'm turning this level, both little, we don't even see it. This video, the sun is on the back. You don't see a thing. I don't care. I'll B-rate my videos as much as I do to my heart's content. But notice that both knobs move simultaneously when I'm only moving one knob. But if I do that, both knobs can be moved independently. This machine has a little gear drive in there, and whenever you move the switch over here, it engages the gear, and both knobs will move in unison. So, start recording. Hello, testing 1, 2, 3. This is your host coming at you live. Testing 1, 2. Why? Goodness. Testing 1, 2, 3. Oh, let's zoom blooming out. Jeez, this video sucks. 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 Okay. ALC. This is one of the worst YouTube presentations I have ever made. Hope you enjoyed the sun glare voice presentation on this recorder. Stop the machine. Enable the C grinder internal speaker. It was enabled. I just had the volume all the way down. Rewind it a bit. And play back. The external Sony mic and making a good quality. Well, anyway, at least it tends to overdrive. Let me turn the level down. Testing 1, 2, 3. Turn the level down some. Now notice when I'm turning this level, both little, we don't even see it. This video, the sun is on the back. You don't see a thing. I don't care. I'll B-rate my videos as much as I do to my heart's content. But notice that both knobs move simultaneously when I'm only moving one knob. But if I do that, both knobs can be moved independently. Start recording. Hello, testing 1, 2, 3. This is your host coming at you live. Testing 1, 2. Why? Goodness. Testing 1, 2, 3. Oh, let's zoom blooming out. Jeez, this video sucks. 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 Okay. ALC. This is one of the worst YouTube presentations I have ever made. Hope you enjoyed the sun glare voice presentation on this recorder. Anyway, that was a voice recording. That was voice recording on this recorder. And let me get a sip of my tea here.
This is a real test. This is Ken speaking into a Uher, whatever that means. At what level of recording is this? 1 7/8 inch per second?
Only 1 7/8.
Oh, only 1 7. This is a real oldie but goodie. Okay, good enough.
Okay, so we will present some recordings where you can hear the stereo sound of this machine direct on the video. Safety, I unfortunately, the Beast Stew is not really recorded on this tape, but I'm having some time dealing here, which is bad news. And anyway, I doubt that with this video editing software it will be easy to synchronize this video to the audio in this recording. But if I can, that would be great. I'm using manual level control because I'm not having the best luck with ALC with the external mic. It gets extremely weak with sensitivity. But with an external mic, it's nice and strong. And anyway, on this recorder, I had to didn't even show without the leather case on. I am such a sod. This unit I had to replace the motor. Of course I replaced the meters. I replaced a few leaky capacitors. And of course I replaced the belt. There was a lot that had to be done with this recorder and a lot of patience involved with waiting for things to come from eBay and so forth. This recorder was quite an adventure to work on repairing. I know, you can't even see it because this video is trash. Okay, so got the recorder out of the case, and you can't see it because again this video is freaking garbage. But anyway, here's the machine out of the case. See the nice metal case. The machine is very much metal in its construction. This front piece here, front plate here, panel here is plastic, but the chassis is metal. This top part and the bottom part are metal. Lots of metal, very well made cassette tape recorder. And let's look at the area where the cassette goes. Turn on the little light. You can't see in there at all. It's not even funny. You know, it really is just, it shows how lame this video presentation is. You can barely see it. Turn on the light. You can see the cassette inside. I'm overdriving and you can see the light inside there. And it's pretty nice. Oh. Every time the camera is facing, like the lens is facing towards me and not away from me, and I try to zoom in or I zoom out, I always zoom out when I want to zoom in and zoom in when I want to zoom out, and it only makes this video 1,000 times worse. Here's some interesting jacks on the side. Power input. Auxiliary of some sort. Headphones. External speaker. Some kind of port called access, I think for accessory. And then radio, which I believe is line in and line out. You guys can ridicule me all you want for the lack of quality in this presentation, and as much as you do, the more my suspicions will be confirmed. Actually, this part of the video probably will not be on here because I will, well, actually it might be on here, but it will be like all with the lapel mic and not with the stereo mic on the recorder, because it's probably not going to be as easy to synchronize the audio and the video using the video editor I'm using now. I think it's called VSDC, than it would have been with Windows Movie Maker. That I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I am a rather pessimist by nature, and so I tend to look at the negative and you know, expect the negative, expect, you know, things like that. I'm just a pessimist. That's who I am. And you know, you think about this. So I think one of the reasons why I decided to become more of a pessimist is because when I was a child, or when I was a lot younger, I I would get my hopes up about things. I would get my hopes up, I'd get my hopes high. I'd get all excited. And then whatever I was being all excited about wouldn't work out. So it's like you have your hopes up high and high, only boom, for them to plummet. So if you're super optimistic and you're thinking everything's going to go hunky-dory, fantastic, and it doesn't go well, that's quite a crash. It's not fun. But if you're expecting the worst or you're expecting it not to be so good and then it goes that exact way, well, hey, you're at least expecting it, so it's not as big of a crash. And then if you're expecting it not to be so good and it ends up being super positive, it's like, heck, all the more better. So why not be a pessimist? Anyway, enough on pessimism. Somewhere this video presentation got from showing a stereo cassette tape recorder to a talk on pessimism by yours truly. I wasted enough tape on this, so let's get on to showing recordings of music on this machine. Look into my memory. Look into my processor. Look into my programming. My program, I'm a robot. Look into my memory banks. Look into my non-volatile memory.